Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we are going to be uploading our server.py file to an actual live server on DigitalOcean and test whether our multi-threaded and multi-client support server.py file is working or not. Now I do understand that the last video was a little bit difficult, but this video is probably going to be the easiest video that you did in all of the course. So don't worry about it, just sit and relax and see what I am doing. So anyways, what I have done is that I've created a new server. You can use the old server if you have that server. And if for some reason you kind of mess up your server, you can always go to more and destroy the server and create a new server. So for this video, I've created a new server with a new IP address. The first thing you need to do when you create a new server is just copy the IP address, go to your client.py file and paste this IP address over here. Because if you don't change this IP address, the clients won't be able to connect to your server.py file, and that would be a problem. Now the next thing that I did was I just opened up my PuTTY and I loaded up this new project that we created in the basics of networking section, and we also looked into in the previous section. If you have no idea what we are doing currently or how did we create this server, I recommend you to go back to the basics of networking section and have a look. So the next thing we are going to do is just change this IP address. Let me just paste the new IP address over here, and then we can just open up this server and it's going to ask us how do we log in. We just type in root, this is the username, and press enter. It's going to authenticate our RSA key and give us an access to our shell. Now if we write ls, which shows basically the directories that are present in the current folder, and press enter, you can see there are no directories currently present. So let me just write clear so that we can clear the whole screen. After this, we are going to create a new file and let's call it let's call it server.py. So we're just going to create a new file using the command of nano, and then we are just going to type in server.py and press enter. This will create a new file of server.py file, and we just have to copy the contents of a server.py file into this new file. So we can just click on copy and then go back to our server and just right click over here, and this will paste all of the contents from our server.py file to the server.py file that we created on a server. Now to save this file, we just have to press ctrl+o, and this will say what is the file name that you want to write. Now you can just press enter and it will save the file. Now to exit this terminal, you just have to press ctrl+x. So I'm just going to press that, and now a server.py file should be created. Let's type ls again and press enter. As you can see, a server.py file is there, and we can also see the contents of the server.py file by typing in cat server.py and press enter, and you can see that the contents of a server.py file are over here. So the next thing we are going to do is just execute our server.py file on a server. So to do that, we just need to write python 3 and then server.py. And if you don't write python 3, it's going to execute the server.py file using the python 2.7 version, and your server is not going to work. So you have to write python 3 and then server.py. Let's press enter, and it will say binding the port 9999, and it will give us our turtle shell. So this is working exactly like we planned. So let's go back to our client.py file and run our client, and the client has run. And let's go back to our server, and as you can see, it says connection has been established and then the IP address of a client. Then we can just type in list and it's going to give us our first client. Now I don't have another computer to test this on right now, but if you want, you can just give this client.py file to a couple of your friends and then type in list, and you'll be able to see that all of your friends will be coming in this list section. Now to connect to this client, you can just type in select, and then you have to type in the ID number, that is the 0 in this case, and press enter. As you can see, it says ucare now connected. Actually, I misspelled it in my server.py file, which is a very minute mistake, so I'm just going to ignore it. Actually, let me just change it in my server.py file so that when I upload this file to GitHub, I don't get an error. Let's say, yeah, here it is, you are, and now it's going to be fine. So let's go back to our server.py file, and it says you are now connected to this IP address. And now we can type in commands like dir and stuff like that. And as you can see, when we typed in dir, actually our client.py file shows that some kind of command has been typed. So now we know that our client.py file and our server.py file are working exactly like we planned. Now that we are inside someone else's computer, we can do all kind of crazy stuff. For example, we can type in cd dot dot and it's going to change our directory to our desktop. So just to show you, if we go back to my desktop, there is no folder which says new or anything like that. So using our server, we are actually going to create a new folder on my desktop. So just to create a folder, you just need to type in mkdir and then type the name of the folder. I'm just going to call it new and press enter. And let's say a subdirectory or new file already exists on a desktop. So that means some new folder already exists. Okay, this is over here. So let's actually create a new folder and we'll just call it mkdir new folder testing. Pretty big name, but it's fine. Press enter and let's see, this folder has been created which says new folder testing. So now we know that our server.py file is completely working, and congratulations, you have created your server.py file completely. And one last thing before I end this video, I want to tell you is that you can go back to your turtle shell by just writing quit and pressing enter, and then you can type in list again and you'll be able to see the clients that are connected to your server. So anyways, this marks the end of our course, and congratulations for completing this course and going from 0 to a level where you are able to code your own reverse shell. That's an amazing feat. So guys, this is pretty much it for this video. And if you want to have a look at my other courses, I have courses on Python, graphical interface programming, augmented reality and stuff like that. So you are free to have a look at those courses if you want. So bye guys, this is pretty much it for this video. I'll see you inside some new course that you're probably going to join. And yeah, peace out.